Just imagine you and 3 friends on a ship sailing to have a wonderful holiday, and then disaster strikes and suddenly you are shipwrecked and abandoned on a desert island. What 5 games would you want with you in that situation? That's the topic of today's show as we tell you our top 5 desert island games that we would want with us if there were no other games to play and nothing else to do, and we had to while away the hours until rescue comes for us.
I mean, it sounds like a holiday, to be honest. It doesn't sound like that bad.
Play 5 games.
Absolutely.
Play games all day, brilliant, love it.
Yep, so you heard the rules of the game. There are 4 or more people on the island, so there's nothing else to do besides playing board games. And this was a very interesting.
This was a fun one.
List to make.
So, did you put any sort of parameters around the games that you chose? Because I definitely did.
Yeah, I mean, all my games are either. I think the replayability was one of the main keys. Just like think about it. If you just bring in 1 game or 2 games, 3 games, you won't play those games. Like you're gonna play a lot of those games. So you want something that is either every time different.
Yeah.
Or there's gotta be some surprise element, or if they're very long.
Or do you know what? That's exactly what I've done.
They're my two main things. It's like, this game, I want to play. I can't wait to play this game, but I kind of need 6 months off from work, and I'm just like, Desert Island. This is exactly what I'm gonna play.
Exactly what I need to play this game. I've picked long games.
Yep.
As long as I've got, really, which for me it typically isn't very long. My games trend quite short. Also, lots of theme. So I want to be.
Fair enough.
I'm stuck on an island. I want to think about something else, right? So thematic games. And also, again, replayability was a factor as well in the things. And I think those 3 things typically for me as well. So. Should we dive into your numbers?
Let's
you going first?
Let's have a look what's on the island.
What's on the island, yeah.
Okay, the first game that I would really wish to have on a desert island to play with my friends is definitely Hit.
That's a good shout.
Replayability infinite. You can every time that you do a race, it's gonna be with a different car or with a different map or
different module.
With different cards. And the fact that the very good things about this game that it doesn't now is a Formula 1 game, basically. Racing game.
Probably the best one of its type as well.
Yes, we might do a more in-depth video about this this beauty. But the thing is, they in the base game. By the way, they just announced an expansion, but we'll talk about it in another video. In the base game, you start the very first few games you can play with the basic set of cards, and then you can add more module to the game. So you can add the card drafting, you can add the weather condition to the track. You can
it's like a garage module.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that this has infinite replayability, or even just you can set up a Grand Prix doing
play all of the
play all of them, and and try to be the pilot #1. I love this game, and that's my number 5, I would say. But one of the
picks with this. I think it's a cracking one. Yeah, Heat. So my first pick of the games that I'd like on my desert island escapade would be Eldritch Horror. And here's a couple of reasons for this. It's big and thematic, so you're 100% going to get lost in the terror of Lovecraftian horror.
Yeah.
There is that. It's cooperative. and you want to foster, I think, a spirit of cooperation when you're stranded on an island. Specifically, why I didn't pick anything with like secret betrayers in it. I don't think that would be really good. In like
yeah, that could be tense. Could create some tension on the island.
Yeah. Oh, let's all work together and fight the big horror. So I think that's good for that. Lots of theme. It's pretty long. It's difficult. And in this box, I've got a ton of mini expansions which make this game pretty freaking replayable. You could play this over a bunch of times and have very different experiences each time. And it's a bit older this time, at this point, I think 2015, but it's cracking.
Yeah, but again, Fantasy Flight is really looking after this game.
Yeah.
I think the new expansion has just been announced. I can't remember the name, so I'm not gonna make it.
Still going.
I'll probably put like a subtitle somewhere. But yes, it is so very well looked after.
Yeah.
And it's got a very solid fan base.
Yeah.
And it's a classic, but that keeps giving. Like
keeps giving. Exactly. At this point, it's a bit of a modern classic. Yeah, traipsing around the world. You know, imagine yourself, you're on this island, you're lost, you're upset, but in fact, I can lose myself in traveling to New York to fight a big beastie with my friends. So that's why easy number 5 for me. Easy adds to my collection for desert island games. It's Eldritch Horror.
My number 4 that I would like to have on the island with me, that I know that I can keep playing and always having a good time, is Castle of Burgundy. What I say, this is a classic. It's a Euro game that normally is not a thing for me.
Matt, I'm super surprised that you brought out a brown Euro for your
You know what? This is one of the first Euros that I ever played, and it's probably the first one that made me like, all right, let's see that I can like Euro games. The more I play this game, the more I like it. And the fact that you got like the different tiles, every time it's a different type of game, every time your strategy will have to be different. This got a very, very high replayability, and it's good with 2 players, 3 players, 4 players. It's just like, again, it's a classic because of that. I was very close to back the super mega expensive reprint of the game. My girlfriend would have killed me, so maybe in the future I'm gonna get a copy of that. But yeah, this is a fantastic game, and I would love to play this on the island, with the other player.
Of the two of us, I'm the Euro lover. And I don't like this game. So if you brought this out for me, Matt, you wouldn't be surviving the night. I think that.
No, fair enough. You're not going to play that. You're going to go. Yeah.
Everything else on the list probably fine. Not this one. Come at me, internet. I don't care.
Let's see what you think about it.
The next game that I want in my desert island collection is. It's a big one. I'm sorry. It's this one. This is Gia. Legends of a Drift System. So again, this falls into the bracket of super thematic. It's like you are flying around in a spaceship doing missions and trying to evade the space police and shooting aliens and shooting your friends, why not? Smuggling goods. You've got all of that good fun in this box. It's super replayable because you've got a modular board and you're going to keep exploring it, and that will be different every time you play it. I've got the expansion in here, which used to be impossible to get hold of, and I think it probably still is actually. Which
Don't
adds,
flex.
I can't help it. I'll do a video. I flex, but I've got the expansion for this as well. It is absolutely magic. It's a sandbox game, so what you choose to do in Gia is up to you.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want. I want to score points this way, so I'm going to go and do that. Or I want to go and blow you up because I want to. It's absolutely magic. Again, slightly older at this point, but it's long, it's thematic, it's fun, it's exciting. All those things that I would want on my desert island. I never get to play this enough. So that would be a great chance for us to sit down and play some Zia. Legends of a Drift System and get shooty.
Good one. For my next one, I think that actually, you say you didn't like this, you were not with me.
No.
But actually for the next one, I think we got the same game, isn't it?
Yeah, we have got the same game for this one.
And which one it is? It's Root.
It's Root, baby.
What else to say? Actually, if you want to know more about this game, link in description, link in around here. We did a little bit like a focus on this game. But yeah, replayability is infinite.
As much as it can be.
All the fact that you can play like all the different factions. And to master those factions needs to play a lot. That makes it perfect for when you got a lot of time on the island. My only things will be, this is not cooperative. This makes
it's kind of stressful.
That could create some tension, on the island, on the islanders, on the survivors. But yeah, what did you say?
I think Root is basically my favourite game of all time, probably, or if not, it definitely one of, and it is absolutely magic. I couldn't go on a desert island without this game. If I'm given a choice of any of my games to take with me, it's the first one I'm grabbing before the others get burned or get that drowned with the rest of the ship. No, definitely grabbing Root before I jump off to make my escape. And it's an absolutely fantastic game. Great replayability, great strategy, thinky. Just a wonderful game, a great world to lose yourself in, emergent storytelling that comes through only playing the game, and you'll be talking about it for weeks. Fantastic game, Root, it has to be, and I like it. We can both play this all day long, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why Root was both of our number
next
3.
One. Our next one, yeah. My next one, I'm assuming we're going to be kind of hot on the desert island.
Yeah,
and we want to imagine maybe cooling down a bit. So I've gone for Endless Winter.
Oh, Jesus.
Americans. I've gone for a long, heavy Euro game to play. So why I picked this game is, as you know, Matt, this game gives you tons of options on your turn. And I love that about this game. You get lots and lots of choices. So I think the replayability is high because there's a bunch of different strategies that you can approach to play this game.
Yeah.
Again, absolutely phenomenal game, and every time I play it, it creeps higher and higher up the list of games that I think I really want to always play. It's one of my favourites, I think. Great, amazing. For a Euro game, really thematic.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, great production. Not that it matters on a desert island, but great production. A wonderful game that you can lose yourself in. Competitive, interesting, fun. Thinky, brilliant game.
Yeah, you can spend days,
hours, days playing.
No, seriously, like each game is a complex game. So on a desert island, when you got time to learn all the little trick that you can do in the game, that is absolutely great. Yeah, it's a fantastic game on the heavier side, but yeah, we're here to play heavy game. We're on a desert island. There's nothing else to do.
You go nowhere. So you sit and play it.
Now, the next one is one of those games that I really want to have the time to play the game because it's a juicy, beefy. I think at the moment it's considered the top dungeon crawler on the market.
Okay.
And we're talking about Oathsworn.
I thought I had the biggest box here. That's not true anymore. This
is just the smaller box of the 4.
Wait, there's more?
There's a lot more. There's a lot more. So, hopefully all the boxes gonna make it on the desert island. But yeah, dungeon crawler, pure dungeon crawler, and boss battler. This is at the moment, is seriously is rated like the best on the market that you can get. I think it's got on BGG something like a 9.1 rating at the moment.
Wow. It's a big campaign as well, right?
It's a very long campaign, so that's why it will be perfect for both the fact that you got a lot of time and a lot of and the fact that you can literally like travel to a different fantasy world and just immerse yourself with your friends into a fantastic story. So yeah, that's absolutely. Actually, can you take me on a desert island tomorrow and just play this for the next few months? So that's probably what I would like to do.
And you know, when the weather gets bad, you can just make a fort out of all the boxes.
Yeah.
And my final pick for my desert island games has to be Dune.
Of course,
Desert. Exactly. Hey, if I'm going to be on a desert, I've got the perfect theme for it, right? I'm nothing if not, thematic with my picks, at least with this one. So this is about the best deck builder and worker placement game that you can get, at least in my opinion. It's absolutely phenomenal. Loads of deep strategies, and the way it combines those two mechanisms is absolutely magical. You've got your different cards that you can play, but you can only place your workers if you've got the right card. And you can only place them to certain spaces if you've got the right matching card for it. Absolutely brilliant. Loads of depth of gameplay, strategic, interesting, long, loads of different interactions. It's just absolutely magic, and it's possibly one of my favourites ever.
Yeah, and if you love the movie, especially I think this one is based on the new movie. Yeah, the new movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, that I think is a fantastic movie. It looks very good, and
it is very good.
Well, I just hope then on our desert island there's not gonna be sandworms like coming out like.
Please no.
Before our last one, I think we should do some honourable mention.
Honourable mention? Honourable mention? Honourable mention? Yeah.
That one. So I got a game that I think would be great on a desert island, just because you can just put it down and get like 5 people to play it for like days.
Okay.
And until the end of the game. Unfortunately, is a one-shot game. So it means that your games you start and you finished, and you can't really replay it because there are some destruction elements into the game.
So it's a legacy game type thing.
Yes, yeah, it is a legacy game.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about King's Dilemma.
I thought you didn't want people to have arguments, because I guarantee you people are getting shanked on your island if you bring it.
Yes.
That's why it didn't make the cut.
It didn't make the cut because last game that we had with my group when we finished this, some
arguments.
It went really, really bad. Someone was pretty upset, being stabbed in the back at the very last minute. Anyway, it didn't make the cut just because it's a game that you play it once, you finish the campaign, and that's it. I don't think I will probably play it again. Maybe yes. Maybe
Queen's Dilemma?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. The new one, the sequel to King's Dilemma, the Queen's Dilemma, I think is the Kickstarter is finished a few months ago. I'm sure it's gonna go retail like the guys did for this one. So
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So I've got an honourable mention that I'm going to chuck out there, and it would be the perfect game for being on a desert island, and that's my Robinson Crusoe Collector's Edition. That still hasn't bloody well arrived. It would be on this list, but it's not here.
Yeah, that would have been like the perfect team. I thought that was going to be your number one, but
it's not here. Cooperative.
When he's pretty mad about it, but
so angry.
Yeah, I think it's when you are one of many that.
September 2021. I backed this.
It's gonna come. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Calm.
And breathe. Matt, what's the last one? Bring it home.
All right, so the final one has a very emotional. I got an emotional attachment.
A nostalgic
to the yes
feeling for it.
And it's my favorite game ever. Not because it's the best game ever. It's just like where everything started for me in the board gaming world.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about HeroQuest.
HeroQuest. What a legendary game.
This is the newest version, the one that came out a couple of years ago. The 1989 version that I got is not living humble set. It's pretty fragile, and I wanted to keep it like very well. It's kind of like a relic. Yeah. So for few of you that don't know about this game, it's a dungeon crawler. It's the original dungeon crawler. It's where everything started in the late 80s. This was at the start produced by Games Workshop.
Yeah, that's right.
It it was basically they're starting to the fantasy Warhammer style. So there were a lot of like the orcs are the same, the demons are the same. So, but then Game Workshop just went another direction. Anyway, the beauty of this game, it was like it introduced me to the dungeon crawl, to the board game, to D&D. So basically, when you play your group of friends, one of them is going to be the dungeon master. It's going to be the evil dude that behind the screen is trying to scheming and making you fall into traps. So you got a lot of not just dungeon crawler elements. You got these role-playing elements and everybody else trying to defeat the evil dungeon master. So this to me has got a very emotional attachment to this game.
Absolutely,
it's not perfect. It's got a lot of flaws, especially because it's a game that's been designed like 40, 30 years ago, 35 years ago.
That's a while, yeah.
But the new version is fantastic. The guys at Avalon Hill, I think, they're still like doing a lot of like new expansion every now and then, adding new character, new piece of the dungeon. But yeah, this game I could play for months and months every day without getting bored. And the best part when I was a kid, it was that you got a lot of mission that you play. It's not really a campaign. You play like mission based. But you can design your own, and there were at the end of the book with all the mission, you will have some pages where you can actually draw your own dungeon. You can your own trap, your own stories. And I remember as a kid that I loved that, because it was like when we finished all the mission, we were still playing, because in the group of our friends, we always like someone would have drawn a new map. Oh, do you want to try the map that I created? Oh, do you want to play mine?
Nice.
So this is as well adds to the replayability of the game. So this is definitely one that I definitely must have on my desert island. With you.
So, we survived the crash on the desert island, and we managed to drag these games with us off the ship, using them as some sort of float to survive. But what do you think? What are your 5 desert island games? We are dying to know.
Oh yeah, let us know.
Please let us know in the comments below, and why you picked them. Why did you pick those games to be with you on your desert island? And if you like this content, please make sure to give us a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, with whichever appendage you do, elbows, heads,
somewhere.
whatever, I don't care. Just hit that button. And make sure you check out the rest of our stuff.
Yeah, follow us on the Instagram page. Link as well.
All of
below,
that stuff.
Where we got, like, every time a new video comes out, we will let you know. But yeah, subscribe, share, like, comment.
Do all that stuff.
Do all those things.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.
Ciao.